What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Welcome back to the SPX500 breakdown for today. As you guys already know, last Friday, we ended the week off undefeated in SPX500 chat. And of course, we ended the week going another 200 pips in profit. Now, what we are looking at currently, it's a couple of things I want y'all to peep first. So I decided to delete everything on my chart just to start naked chart, just looking at everything just from the grand scheme of things, right? So we zoom out on the 4-hour. You will see that we are currently at a new highest point in the market for 2023. The highest has been in 2023 was at the price of 41.95. Obviously, we've been past that point after this past week, but I just want to make sure you guys recognize that. So that's the first analysis, number one. Number two, the last time it was in this range, the highest point that it was at before this was here at the price of 43.25. Now, we haven't seen price at 43.25 since around August of last year, August 2022. And then the price that we have right now, 42.83, once again, was still in August. So as we are currently in the market right now, when we're looking at this on the grand scheme of things, on the higher time frame, it doesn't look like we're that far from the next resistance level. So as we're going into the markets this week, it's a couple setups that we can look for the move. And it's not even the crazy thing about this week too, as I was looking at Forex Factory, there's not really a lot of medium and high news impact. So it should be a pretty either chill market, or basically like we should see the market pushing up to these areas or pushing back down to the zones. It's two ways that the market can go, right? Let me make sure my phone is on sleep mode so nobody disturb us. Right. So it's two ways that like the market can literally go. It can either consolidate in this area and then go take off for the buy all the way back to the highest point of August, 43.25, or we could see the market come back and give us a full retest to the zone that it decided to break out of on Friday, which is a full retest back to the price of 42.35. Regardless, y'all already know what I tell y'all. Regardless, we're going to eat out the markets. No matter which way it move, we're going to catch our move. So, you know what? Let me go ahead and give y'all a couple of setups that I'm looking at. Where do I want to start? Kind of want to start here. I'm gonna make this my range for my buys and my sells. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. I'm gonna give you all the buy setup first. I don't even know why I have these blue lines. This is gonna throw me off. I already know. And then this one don't even matter for right now. All right, so the buy setup I'm gonna give y'all. We're gonna go. If it breaks out of this zone, I will be looking to buy at the price of 4,300, and then we're gonna go ahead and take that setup back to the top, to the highest level of the zone, like we talked about. So that would be 4,300. TP2, TP1, 4305, TP2, 4310, TP3, we're gonna go 4315, TP4, we're gonna go 4320. And then honestly, since we saw that the highest point was around 4325, we're gonna go ahead and set TP5 for 250 pips. So that'll be the full swing that we're gonna be looking for on SPX500 for the buy setups, right? And then we're gonna go stop loss on this 4,300. Stop loss is gonna be 42.90, 100 pips back. And that's gonna be the first setup I'm gonna give y'all. So let me go ahead and download that. Make sure I put this in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and publish this on TradingView. Now remember, when I'm publishing this on TradingView, this isn't like to the public. So my academy members watching this, like y'all still technically have access to this. When you access your actually Center Chat members too, when y'all access your account on the What the Trader website, you will see you will be able to, like, as the market is playing out, you'll be able to press play right here, and the market will play out and show you how the market is moving in current time, so that we could like confirm the analysis when the trade is actually ready to go. Right. So that'll be the first setup that we're gonna be looking for. And then let me make sure I already downloaded that. Perfect. The second setup, right? The second setup. Let's say it's really so many setups I can give y'all. Dang, I really just thought about that. Second setup, if the market is selling, I want to look for sales. It's really two entries I can give you for the sales. Which will be like, okay, if the market decides to come here, use this level of support. And this is what I say, technically this could be a buy area too, but we're not gonna do all that today. But this could be a support, bounce back up to the top, give us a clear indication that this is resistance and it's not breaking. Then we can look for a sell and then catch that second sell entry off of the breakout. And actually, I am gonna go ahead and give y'all this entry. So basically, what I just told y'all, if we see when the market opens back up, we get a retest back to this zone. 9 times out of 10, this little support zone right here is gonna probably be support. We see this happen all the time during Sunday, where the market just go based off of like the last previous high on Friday, and then from there we can use that as data point for Sunday. So look, potential retest here to support, bounces off of this, let the market give you a full retest to the top of the zone. If it break out, of course, we still have our buy setups. If not, cool. We will be looking for our sells on this, and we're going to take our sell entry at 42.80. So 42, actually, we can go 42.85. So that way we can have a little bit more breathing room. So we can go 42.85 off of the rejection of this price. Once you get a bearish engulfing candlestick, kind of like similar to here, right? Either that, or if you're in academy, you know what strategy to use. So we're going to go 42.85, stop loss 42.95. And then on this, we're going to go TP1 is going to be 42.80. TP2 is going to be 42.75. As you can see, TP1 and 2 is basically like the safety TPs that you can set, because this is going to retest the bottom of the zone. When it retests the bottom of the zone, it could once again bounce off of this support level and go for the buy. But just in case it actually breaks out, we're going to go ahead and have TP3 at 42.70. And then TP4 is going to be at 42.65. And actually, you'll see on this, I'm going to give y'all TP, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. TP5, 42.60. I'm going to give y'all more TPs on this one because it's going to go into like the next setup. I'm about to give y'all TP. I can count to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to give y'all ATPs. Y'all know how we do. All right. And that's going to be ATPs on this setup. So this is literally a 400 pip move, risking 100 pips to potentially catch 400 pip at most, 100 pips at minimum as it goes back to retest the bottom of this zone, right? So this is going to be one of the main sales setups I'll be looking for this evening for the SPX500 move, but this isn't going to be the only setup. Feel me? So let me go ahead and publish this SPX sell option 1. And then this is going to be long position, just based off understanding what the market at. Even though I use indicators for entry, I don't really need it at the same time. Like I can literally just trade without any indicators and nothing, just looking at candlestick patterns and just going based off, well, not candlestick patterns, but going off a candlestick structure. That's a big difference. So let's say the market doesn't even do none of this, right? So I'm giving y'all a different, I like the way I give y'all these setups because I'm giving y'all different perspectives on like how the market can react. Let's say the market doesn't do the whole support retest back to the top and we miss out on this entry, cool. But instead it decides, just like how we had that buy setup up here, we're gonna look for a sell setup. And then technically that sell setup was gonna be at 42.70, but I think I'm gonna push it down to 42. I think I want to push it down to 42.65. I kind of want to, but at the same time, 42.65 is more likely to hit a pullback than 42.70. So we're gonna go, but if I'm looking at this standpoint, this is what we're gonna do. 42.65 is gonna be our entry. Option number 2, 42.75 will be the stop loss. And then we're gonna go, basically the goal is, if you haven't peeked it by now, I'm looking for the full retest back down to the same zone that it broke out of on Friday. If the market decides that it wants to come here. If it gives us the full retest back down to the bottom of the zone, then cool. Like we gonna be perfect. Right? Give us a full retest back down 42.45. The last TP I will give y'all is 42.40. And then once again, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 250 pip move, only risking 100 pips. And obviously, once you're in profit, you can go ahead and move that stop loss and profit on this setup. I know it's crazy. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. I'm talking all this sauce. I'm giving all these setups out, and I didn't even press play. I was about to be sick. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and download that, post this to the site, SPX500 setup. It's crazy. I did this wrong. This should have been sell option number 3. But it's cool. Chart partners. But now, It should be 3. Cool. Now, technically, it's 2 areas I didn't give y'all yet. I didn't give y'all. Since we already here, I might as well. So let's say the market does break out this zone and give us a retest back down to the support level, right? Why am I saying this is a support level? Because look, if it comes back to retest this zone, we don't know if it's going to be support level yet, but if it comes back to retest this zone, it has to break below this zone in order for us to start looking and holding our sell positions. If we hold these sales and they end up breaking below here, cool, we got us a sniper dog entry for the rest of the year if we wanted to, right? Or if we realize, hey, it comes back to this zone, this new previous resistance level has now become support. So now that it comes back to this zone, we see that the market is bouncing off of this support level. We will then begin to what? Look for those buy opportunities at the price of 42.45. 42.45 will be my buy area that I'll be looking for SPX 500, right? So once we get that retest to the zone that it just broke out up on Friday, and then once it confirms that it's pushing up with a bullish engulfing candlestick on either the 15, the 5, the 1 hour, whatever time frame that you want to use, right? We're going to go ahead and set our stop loss back to 42.35. And then we're going to go TP1, 42.50, TP2, 42.55, TP3, 42.60. And then we're going to play it cool on this one. TP4, 42.65. I'm going to give you 5 TPs on this one. And then we're going to play it cool. Right, 42.70 will be TP 6. I'm tripping. I don't know why I'm not tripping right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I said TP5. I'm tripping right now. So this would be a 250 pip move for SPX 500 for the buys. Now it's crazy. I'm giving y'all setups that will either come during like this whole entire week, or this might be a move that we're looking at that might come literally not even this week, but next week, because depending on like how about like if there's not really a lot of volatile news coming out this week, there's no reason the market should really be going crazy to where it's pushing all the way back here for a forward retest for 400 pips. That's not really realistic. If it happens, cool, like because we're looking at it from a technical standpoint right now anyway. I believe. Let me look at my chart. Let me look at this news. Like it's literally only 2 major news I would consider worrying about. So we got technically it's news that's dropping today, and then we have news, the ISM services PMI news that's dropping at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And then of course y'all know every Thursday go crazy unemployment claims. So maybe this might be a Thursday move, maybe this might be a next week move, but we will never know until the market opens. I'm not gonna tell you, oh yeah, it's gonna push all the way down here, because how do I know? I'm not a market mover, even though some of y'all like to classify me as that. I'm not a 1, 2, 3. I'm not a market mover. So this will be a setup I do see potentially happening in the charts. What happened this week? We're gonna have to wait and see. SPX 500 setup. Just keep that in mind. Like make sure you have your charts marked up, so that way when this move happened, you're not forgetting about it. You know how many times like I did have a setup marked up, or like you can ask my chat, they'll tell you. Well, I'm talking, it's funny because the chat, y'all getting this video, but I'm also gonna upload this video to the YouTube channel too. Because I saw on my Instagram, I made a poll today, and SPS was the free chat that everybody wanted. So SPS is what they're gonna get. But like the chat will tell you, like, they'll tell me, like, hey, I just caught that buy setup that you sent out on Monday. I'm like, man, I forgot about that setup. I'm over here looking at the setups that I sent out last night. So as long as the market is still going in the overall trend that we're looking for, and you see that the market is back in the price area or a setup that I gave y'all before in the past, you can still take that setup, right? Unless it's consolidating or you see that the market's moving slow. And like if the market's obviously moving slow, why would you enter that? Because now you're putting yourself in risk of hitting stop loss for no reason. You could have just been patient and waited, you know? So the last setup I am going to give you guys, though, before I forget, will be, like we talked about, what we started this video off with. If the market give us a full retest back at the top of the zone, from here at 43, I think 43.25 was the last TP that I set. So once the price switches back up to 43.25, we'll go ahead and start looking for our sales around 43. We can go, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm not in a rush to enter this. So we can go 43.15, let the market push back down, let it reject properly, confirming that it's really a true sell and not just entering at the top of the resistance just because at the top of the resistance. Now obviously, of course, once it pushes back down, even if we gotta wait for a double top, that'd be a cool setup as well. If not, that's cool, right? So we're gonna go 43.15. TP1 is gonna be 43.10. TP2 is going to be 43.05. TP3 is going to be 4,300. And then TP4 is going to be 42.95. And hence you peep 40, like once we get to 4,300, 42.95 range, you're peeping. Where is it supposed to be going back to retest? That same zone that it just broke out for the bottom. And this is how all trading and how all prices like literally work in alignment. Like it just so happened, all I was going to do is give you 4 TPs anyway, and that aligns perfectly back to the same zone that it was going to break out of. And if it comes back to this zone after it gives us these sales, and you see that the market is pushing back up, yes, take that same 4,300 setup that I gave y'all from earlier this week. And that's how you trade with the sauce. And that's how you become a part of the sniper squad. So on that note, this is the last setup. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this breakdown video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the community chat. Let me know how y'all feeling. SPX honestly about to be, it should be pretty fun to trade this week. Granted, it's fun every week to trade, but y'all get what I'm saying. Peace out, y'all.